Bueno, muy buenos días chicas. Como les venía diciendo, el día de hoy vamos a adelantar la clase del lunes, ya que ayer adelantaron la clase de hoy. O sea que nos quedamos un poquitito para hacer repaso de cómo veníamos esta semana. Esta semana hicimos muchísimas cosas muy importantes. Ya les voy a compartir mi Zoom. No, mi Zoom no, mi Safari. Entonces, ¿están viendo mi pantalla donde tengo el calendario de los All Games? ¿No? Ok,
No, no se ve.
a ver, comparto de vuelta. ¿Ahora?
Ya se ve.
Perfecto. Entonces, esta semana ya vimos, estamos trabajando todavía en el tema de la clase intro, ya vimos las 3 formas de uso y cómo compartir los testimonios, ya vimos las 3 formas de cómo comprar. Ayer, antes de ayer con Adri vieron los 3 tipos de persona, ayer vieron cómo cerrar la clase y hoy vamos a estar viendo el Basic Business Intro, la introducción básica al negocio. Así que vamos a empezar ya nomás, dándole clic. Vamos a ver qué nos dice Alice y luego vamos a escuchar la Daily Mentor Call 26 y luego vamos a practicar y luego vamos a estar viendo este video. Hola, mi amor. Cerrar la puerta que estoy en clase, ¿sí? Por favor. Dios. Y luego vamos a seguir contactando 5 personas y seguir dando el seguimiento. Bueno, vamos a escuchar a ver qué nos dice Alice para este día de introducción al negocio.
This is Elise, and I am excited about today's call because it's the last call that we have for the class. So today we're going to be wrapping everything up, and we're going to be going over Daily Mentor Call number 26. It's the basic business intro. It's something that a lot of people skip, and because they skip it, they have a really hard time finding shares and finding builders, and it's a really, really important part of your class. It's the end of the class, and this is how you softly get people to see, wow, there are more options than just purchasing the oils. So number 26 of Daily Mentor Calls, I want you to go over it. I want you to review it, become familiar with it, and then teach it to someone. Teach the basic business intro to someone. Now, it doesn't have to be somebody on your accountability group because I know we've been using them a lot the last couple of calls. And so it could be your daughter, your sister, your brother, your mother, your friend. It could be possibly the person in the mirror. Just review it and make sure it becomes comfortable because in just a few days, you're going to be teaching it. Yay! So assignment number 1, Daily Mentor Call number 26. Assignment number 2 is to review the basic business intro scripts and to teach it to someone. Assignment number 3, of course, would be to contact 5 new people from your list. And assignment number 4 is to do your 2-day follow-up with all the samples that you've delivered. And just a reminder, when you contact those people from your list, you got to schedule that, that sample drop-off. So it's going to be a fabulous day. We're going to come full circle and have the entire class done and ready. And I think you'll love it. I love it. And I hope you do too. Bye-bye.
Bueno, lo que nos menciona Alice en la llamada de hoy es que esta es la última parte de toda la clase de introducción a los aceites esenciales y es la parte que mucha gente se olvida de hacer o que no hace y es una parte muy importante para nosotros porque es la manera donde le podemos presentar el negocio a la gente. Que también estábamos viendo que en la llamada de ayer justamente decía esta persona, no, en la llamada de ayer no, en la llamada anterior del día 17, esta persona que preparó el guión justamente ya estaba tan cansada de hacer el negocio porque no tenía gente que esté construyendo con ella. Entonces cuando Alice le pregunta, pero ¿estás hablando del negocio? Y le dice no, ok, ahí está la falla. Entonces, tenemos que agregar esta parte de la clase, es fundamental para poder tener nuestros compartidores y constructores en nuestras organizaciones y así poder avanzar. ¿Se puede avanzar solo? Sí, pero es cansado y nos vamos a agotar, vamos a quemarnos, ¿sí? Podemos ir más rápido, sí, pero va a llegar un momento que es muy cansado. Es mucho mejor hacerlo en equipo y es mucho más gratificante también. Así que vamos a empezar ya nomás a escuchar la Daily Mentor Call 26. Aquí ya tengo el manual abierto. Vamos a escuchar Introducción Básica al Negocio. Me encanta esta clase. Tenemos dos partes. Tenemos aquí el Daily Mentor Call que nos explica y luego tenemos la clase completa y aquí tenemos el video de la clase completa. Vamos a ver hasta dónde podemos ir el día de hoy.
Hola, soy Paola Herreman y esta es la llamada 26 de las llamadas de mentoría diaria de Alice Shady. Hemos estado hablando de cómo dar una clase de introducción a los aceites y hemos estado hablando de lo que viene justo después de la clase. Una de las cosas que Alice ha notado es que en la empresa esta siguiente parte de la introducción básica al negocio casi nunca se lleva a cabo. Y si les cuesta trabajo encontrar compartidores y constructores, esta es una de las partes más críticas. Justo después de tu clase, y recuerda que hablamos de que nunca, nunca, nunca tengas comida con tu clase, solo agua y algunos aceites que le puedan poner al agua, porque después de la clase vas a invitar a las personas a quedarse otros 15 o 20 minutos y comer algo de botana con los aceites esenciales. Y casi todos se quedan, especialmente si no has estado hablando demasiado. Si le hiciste de 45 minutos y luego diste de 15 a 20 minutos para cerrar a la gente. Así que no ha pasado más que una hora solamente. Y cuando preparaste a las personas para venir a la clase, debiste haberles dicho que duraría hora y media. Entonces ahora están viendo sus relojes y piensan, sí, aún tengo tiempo, 15 o 20 minutos no es gran cosa. Entonces, algunas cosas que vas a necesitar son algunos refrigerios fáciles, unas botanitas que sean duplicables como a lo mejor rebanadas de manzana con on guard o brownies de cajita y el graseado le pones menta, lo que sea, pero que sea muy simple. Y luego si quieres, no tienes que usar esto, pero esto ayuda, usas las guías Construye de dōTERRA, porque son de mucha ayuda para explicar lo básico del plan de compensación. Y recuerda que esta es la segunda exposición al negocio. ¿Recuerdas cuál fue la primera? La primera fue cuando les hablaste de los 3 tipos de personas que asisten a la clase, ¿te acuerdas? El primer tipo de persona quiere vivir naturalmente, el segundo comparte naturalmente y el tercero quiere hacer lo que tú haces y quiere enseñarle a otros. Así que esta es la segunda exposición. ¿Y por qué la hacemos ahorita? ¿Por qué querríamos hacer la introducción básica al negocio justo después de la clase de introducción? Pues porque las personas ya están ahí. Si lo agendas para dentro de un par de días o para el sábado en la mañana, ¿qué porcentaje de personas estarían realmente expuestas? Pues esto es otro contacto y se requieren varios contactos para que estén abiertos a esta idea. De hecho, a través de todo este proceso de construir, de todo este proceso de duplicación, vas a exponerlos a compartir los aceites y construir el negocio unas 10 veces diferentes. Y si no haces estas cosas, ¿cómo es que encuentras constructores de negocio? Esta es la manera en que los encuentras. Así que siempre, siempre, siempre das una introducción básica al negocio después de todas las clases que das. Simplemente van juntas. Y si nunca has hecho esto antes y te da un poquito de miedo, no temas, porque es súper fácil, es súper ligero, no vamos a entrar en nada pesado, no los vamos a alejar y se van a querer quedar para la comida de todos modos. Así que haz que dure menos de 20 minutos, es mejor si dura alrededor de 15, porque tus invitados ahí ya digirieron mucha información, ya compraron su kit, algunos de ellos ya se comprometieron a ser anfitriones de una clase, todos tienen sus consultas de bienestar agendadas y ahora solo estás abriendo la puerta ligeramente para que piensen en compartir o construir el negocio. Vamos a ver rápidamente cómo va el flujo de intro básica al negocio. Número 1, compartes la historia de construir una tubería. ¿Te acuerdas de esa historia? Si no te la sabes, está en la guía Construye de dōTERRA. Y es acerca de un hombre que decide construir una tubería y lo hace poco a poco. Invierte un poco de tiempo y energía y finalmente, en lugar de cargar cubetas todo el tiempo, como lo hacemos cuando estamos en nuestros trabajos, que acarreamos cubetas, él monta esta tubería y lo único que tiene que hacer es prender la llave del agua y el agua está ahí en la cantidad que quiere cuando él quiere. Eso es como lo que estamos haciendo creando dōTERRA, ¿cierto? Estamos tomando un poco de tiempo y energía por un tiempo para construir una tubería financieramente, para que ya no tengamos que acarrear cubetas con el trabajo, porque cuando paramos de trabajar, paramos de invertir horas de trabajo, pues no nos pagan. Pero con dōTERRA, incluso cuando dormimos, cuando estamos en la playa, cuando nos vamos de vacaciones o estemos haciendo lo que estemos haciendo, nos pagan. Alice recuerda la primera vez que se dio cuenta. Le dijo a Patrick, su esposo, ¿te diste cuenta de que ganamos dinero toda la noche? Fue increíble. Habían construido una tubería. Así que Alice quiere que estudies esta historia, memorízala. Ella la usa por lo menos 3 o 4 veces al día y le dijo a sus constructores que tenían que estar muy, muy, muy familiarizados con ella. Está en la guía Construye de dōTERRA, así que ve y estúdiala, ¿ok? Número 2, vas a mostrar un plan de compensación muy, muy básico. Este definitivamente no es el momento de ponernos todos sofisticados con circulitos, no vamos a estar dibujando círculos ni mostrando el poder de tres ni nada así. Eso sí asustaría a la gente en este momento. Vamos a hacer algo súper simple, súper básico, súper sencillo. Y a Liz le gusta usar la guía Comparte de dōTERRA, la guía que está en Estados Unidos, donde vienen estos datos de los cuales vamos a hablar ahorita. Y entonces ella dice, si quieres que tus productos se paguen solos, por alrededor de 3 a 5 horas semanales se pueden pagar tus productos e incluso puedes ganar un poco más, desde $357 a $876. Y puede tomar 2, 3, 6 meses hacer que esto suceda, lo cual es bastante maravilloso, ¿no? Y luego si quieres ir al siguiente nivel y quieres complementar tu ingreso, estarías ganando alguna cifra entre $876 y $4,958. Y eso es alrededor de 10, 15 horas semanales. Y ganar eso puede tomar 6 o 9 meses o 1 o 2 años para complementar tu ingreso. Y para aquellos como yo que quieren reemplazar su ingreso, son unas 30 horas semanales y toma de 1 a 3 años y puedes ganar entre $4,958 a $17,006. Para los primeros dos niveles es medio tiempo realmente. Y digo, $357 por 3 a 5 horas a la semana en solo 6 meses, pues con eso pagas tus mensualidades del coche. Y $876, con eso pagas la hipoteca de una casa pequeña. La siguiente, de 10 a 15 horas a la semana y 9 meses, 1 o 2 años, de $876 a $4,958, con eso pagas las colegiaturas de la universidad, pagas la hipoteca de una casa linda y por supuesto que si estás invirtiendo mucho más tiempo, de 15 a 30 horas a la semana y toma de 1 a 3 años, puedes ser completamente libre financieramente. Ojo que este es un ejemplo usando la guía de Estados Unidos y eso es lo que ella utiliza. Tú decides si en el mercado en el que estás te parece conveniente hablar de montos y entonces decides de acuerdo a eso. Y eso es lo que ella hace. Habla de cosas básicas, les está dando una probadita y les está mostrando lo que sería posible con cierto compromiso de horas y de tiempo y cuánto podrían ganar. Y ahora viene la parte más importante. Debes de pasar la mayor parte del tiempo en esta parte, por lo menos unos 10 minutos. Y vas a compartir unas historias de éxito en el negocio. Y Alice quiere ser súper clara en algo. Si estás ganando mucho dinero, si estás ganando más de $10,000, nunca, nunca, nunca compartes la cantidad de dinero que estás ganando, porque eso hace más daño que bien. Primero que nada, la gente cree que estás mintiendo, no creen que eso es posible. Así que Alice jamás le diría a las personas en una introducción básica al negocio que ella está ganando cientos de miles de dólares al mes. Nunca, nunca. Eso alejaría a todos y no te creerían. Pero aún si estás ganando 10, 15, $20,000 al mes, las personas lo sienten así. Entonces, no decimos exactamente lo que estamos ganando. Aunque dōTERRA tiene un plan de compensación fenomenal, fenomenal. Pero contamos historias que son simples y reconocibles, que las personas se puedan relacionar con ellas. Estos son algunos ejemplos que cuenta Liz y así es como los dice en clase. Tengo una amiga que tiene 7 hijos y de pronto estaba divorciada y tenía que mantener a estos niños. Y estaba tomando la decisión entre regresar a trabajar, pero probablemente solo estaría ganando $15 a la hora para empezar, si hacía eso, y tenía un niño muy pequeño. Lo iba a tener que meter a la guardería y no solamente no quería dejarlo en la guardería, sino que cada vez que trataba de dejarlo, él lloraba inconsolable y le pedía a su mamá que no lo dejara. Y mucho de eso que ella ganaba pues estaba yendo para pagar este gasto de la guardería. Y recuerdo que le compartí un día y le dije, ¿sabes qué? Sí hay una manera en que puedes mantener a tu familia y quedarte en tu casa con tus niños y construir este negocio con tus hijos. y lo hizo. Y en un espacio de 1 o 2 años, no solamente complementó su ingreso, sino que había reemplazado completamente su ingreso y hoy ella puede mantenerlo sola y es capaz de pagar todos sus gastos. Es una cosa increíble. Y tiene tiempo de ir a los juegos de fútbol, está presente en todos los eventos grandes. Y tengo otra amiga que tiene un hijo autista y su sueño más grande era poder inscribir a su hijo a una escuela especial para niños autistas. La escuela era muy cara, pero ellos sabían que ahí era donde necesitaba estar el niño para desarrollarse. Y lo único que quería era tener el suficiente dinero para poder pagar esta escuela. Y en menos de un año pudieron pagar esta escuela e inscribirlo ahí donde necesitaba estar. Y tengo otra amiga que desesperadamente quería que su esposo dejara su trabajo. El trabajo de él era muy duro para su cuerpo y era muy desgastante, no solo para su cuerpo, sino también para su relación y para su familia, porque él tenía muy poquito tiempo para su esposa y para sus hijos. Y después de 2 años de ella estar trabajando en esto de casi tiempo completo y de él ayudarle lo más que podía, él pudo retirarse de ese trabajo y ahora hacen el negocio de dōTERRA juntos y viajan con su familia y pasan todo este tiempo que quieren juntos. Es hermoso. Algunas de las historias de éxito con el negocio de dōTERRA pueden ser tuyas, pero ten cuidado de no usar números. Y si sientes que eres muy nuevo en el negocio o que aún no has tenido el suficiente éxito para compartir, bueno, pues puedes ver cualquier revista de liderazgo de dōTERRA, lee cualquier ejemplar y ahí hay muchas historias que puedes compartir. Después de la clase, cuando se te acerca una persona y te dice, hey, me interesa, lo que quieres hacer es agendar una llamada tripartita de constructor potencial. Esto es algo que aprenderás un poco después, pero esta llamada la agendas con tu upline. Y si no tienes un upline que esté involucrado en el negocio, puedes hacer esta llamada por tu cuenta, puedes hacerla tú solo. Y Alice quiere enseñarte cómo hacer esta llamada exactamente. Está en una de las llamadas de mentoría diaria, es la llamada 37, llamada tripartita con el constructor potencial. Esto es algo muy bueno, es súper fácil decirle, me encantaría que tuviéramos una llamada con alguien que le ha ido muy bien en el negocio y los ayudarás a tener esta llamada. Y una de las cosas que a Liz le gusta decir al final de la clase es, ¿recuerdan los 3 tipos de personas que les conté al final de la clase? El primero son el tipo de personas que solo quieren usar el producto y compartirlo con su familia. El segundo es el tipo de personas que cuando saben del producto no pueden evitar compartirlo con las personas. Y el tercero es el tipo de personas que quieren hacer lo que yo estoy haciendo, es enseñar a otras personas. Si tú eres el segundo o tercer tipo de persona, por favor acércate conmigo. Y es en ese momento en el que haces que las personas se interesen y algunos de ellos absolutamente se acercarán contigo y quizá te dirán, ¿sabes qué? Realmente necesito un segundo coche o no nos ha alcanzado para pagar un segundo coche. ¿Cuánto tiempo crees que eso me tomaría? O a lo mejor te dicen, yo quiero poder pagar mis productos solamente. Y te vas a sorprender cuando abres esa puerta cuántas personas de hecho se te acercan. Pero si nunca haces esto en la clase, entonces es como si nunca les diste la opción de nada más. Solo les diste helado de vainilla, cuando hay de chocolate, de fresa, de trufa con menta y todos estos otros. Entonces abrimos la puerta y decimos, oye, tienes esta opción y esto es algo hermoso. Así que vamos a repasar la manera en que invitas a alguien a quedarse a una clase de introducción básica al negocio. Es súper fácil. Al final de tu clase de introducción, cuando las personas están terminando, después de que les mostraste el llavero y anotaste a los que quieren ser anfitriones de clases, cuando empiezas a ver que las personas toman su bolsa y se alistan para irse, dices, hey, todos los que quieran quedarse y comer algunos snacks con aceites esenciales, durante los siguientes 15 minutos tendremos una plática del gozo de compartir aceites esenciales. Acompáñenos. Y si has mantenido corta la clase, esto realmente funciona. Entonces, esa es la introducción básica al negocio. Y si no estás haciendo esta clase y apenas empiezas, pues tu negocio empezará a explotar, dará un nuevo giro. Y si no es algo que hayas estado haciendo y empiezas a hacerlo ahora, de pronto encontrarás personas que están más dispuestas a compartir y más dispuestas a construir el negocio contigo. Nos hablamos en la siguiente. Gracias.
Bueno, a ver un poquitito. Buenísimo todo lo que nos planteó Alice en, en esta intro básica al negocio. Vamos a escuchar ahora la clase, vamos a ver si no es muy larga. Igual estamos muy bien de tiempo, a ver.
Hola, estas son las llamadas de mentoría diaria.
Bueno, toma 45 minutos, creo que nos va a dar para terminar, pero a mí me gustaría saber si alguien prefiere ver el video o prefieren escuchar la clase. A ver, vamos a ver el video si esto está en YouTube. clase completa y subtitulada. Esta clase dura 1 hora, es buenísima. Vamos a empezar por, ¿qué quieren hacer? ¿Audio o clase subtitulada?
Yo sugiero la clase de Alice porque ya la ves en acción y está muy buena.
Dale,
Yo
está
también sugiero la-
buenísima. Bueno, yo voy a poner play, quiero que me digan si ven los subtítulos, ¿ok?
Hi, everyone. I'm here to show you how simple it is to set up a class. So, first,
¿Ven los subtítulos? Perfecto. Vamos
Sí.
entonces con la clase.
you need a doTERRA backpack. And we have so many of these, you can just pick your favorite one. And all I do is I put all the stuff I need for my class in the backpack, and then it literally takes like less than a minute. Watch it. So the first thing you need is you need some oils. So you definitely need peppermint and wild orange, because we're going to be having experiences with that. I would probably recommend tea tree and On Guard. Okay, you can have some more if you'd like also. And then for those people that didn't get an A to Z guide, although they all should get an A to Z guide when you sample properly, you can bring some A to Z guides. You can just like flare them like that, make them look pretty. Okay, now we're gonna need some books for the end of the class. And if 8 people are coming to the class, usually 8 show up, you're gonna need 8 books. Woo. There we go. And we're also going to need, if you're going to be using tear sheets, now you can do this class without a tear sheet, but you can also use tear sheets. I don't like people to grab the tear sheets, and I don't hand it to them at the beginning because a lot of times they won't listen to you. So I just kind of put them out and leave them there for later on in the class. These I'm going to put out later. They're for after the class. They're doTERRA build guides. And the last thing that you want to make sure that you have is you want to have your keychains, okay, and little sample vials. And you're going to be giving these out randomly during the class. You can kind of display them however you want to do it. Make them all pretty just like that. And there's your class. That's all you need. Super simple, under a minute. Literally when people say, Elise, what time do you need to come over to my house so that we can have time to set up the class? I'm like, well, if you want to talk for 10 or 15 minutes before, that's fine, but it takes me a minute to set up. Super easy, super duplicatable. Okay, so let's talk about after the presentation is over, all right? So let's go over who's all coming. So we have Marisa, Braden, Emily, Chandler, Dave, and Ginger. So Lynn, because you know Marisa really well, is it okay if you're going to close Marisa and Braden at the end? Is that all right? Okay. And Dave, of course you're going to take Emily and Chandler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
And then I'll go ahead and I will help Dave and Ginger. Is that all right?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is at the very end, after I show the book and I get them excited about looking up in the book, I'm going to say, now we're going to go around and help you individually pick out the kids that are best for you. So all of us need to actually go over to the person that we think will leave the soonest out of the two, that maybe has to go home the soonest or they're not as interested, and just go up to him and kneel right next to him and look at him and just say, what are we working on? And then they'll have a book, okay? They'll have a book and let them tell you the 3 ailments. So for instance, if Dave, you're working on
athlete's foot.
Athlete's foot, we're gonna go and you just help them go to A, look up athlete's foot, and then write down the oils in the paper. After that's done, then you're gonna do exactly how we close. You're gonna go to other people, give them the order form to fill out their order form, and go back to them, and then don't forget. You're gonna remind them to, number 1, set up a wellness consult when they fill out their form. And then remember, you've got to have you've got to have with you the keychain, and you simply just say, so are you going to take one of these home tonight? So all we need to do is put a date on the calendar that's good for you and that's good for me, so I can come over and teach your friends about the power of essential oils. So what date is good for you? It should be about 2 weeks out. All right, we've got that part, right?
Simple, yeah.
So set up the wellness consult, help them to book additional classes, and then after that, we'll invite them to stay for the business intro, and then we'll have treats and just mingle. Is that good?
Yeah.
So you know who you've got, you know who you've got, I know who I've got, and it should go really, really smoothly at the end.
Yeah.
All right? Perfect. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, hey, thank you so much for coming tonight. I want to welcome you to our home. We're grateful that you could come here. I'm so excited for you to learn about essential oils. We have a special guest tonight. Her name's Elise Shedovy. She's a very good friend of mine. 10 years ago, we started this essential oil journey together. And Elise has been all over the world teaching people about the power of essential oils. And also she teaches how to earn an income with dōTERRA, where you can either supplement your income or you can even replace your income. So pay attention. I think the next hour is going to change your life. Let's hear it for Elise Shedovy.
Thank you. Hi everyone. I'm actually really excited to be here with you tonight. This is one of the funnest things that I do, besides spending time with my husband and my children. I love teaching essential oil classes. And the reason why is because essential oils have really affected me and changed my family and thousands of other people that I've talked to all over the world. So I could literally tell you dozens and dozens and dozens of great experiences that I've had, but I'm going to pick just two with essential oils. Number one, I have what's called restless leg syndrome. And that means that my legs are constantly jumping. And during the day, it doesn't bother me because I'm moving around a lot. But at night, I get woken up like sometimes 20, 30 times a night. And for a decade, I did not sleep well. And sleep is a pretty basic, foundational thing that you need for health and for happiness. And so it was really hard for me for a long time. I started using a product called Aroma Touch Oil that dōTERRA has, and another product called Lifelong Vitality. It's a supplementation product. And within about 30 days, my legs stopped jumping. And it has been years since my legs have jumped. The only time they do is when I go on like a business trip and I forget my product. And after about 5 days, they'll start jumping again, and I'll get home and I'll take them again and they stop. It's been a huge change for me in my life. The second thing I wanted to tell you about is my husband. My husband is from Canada, and he played hockey growing up. By the time he was 25, he had such a bad back that he couldn't bend over and tie his shoes. He couldn't pick up our kids. He couldn't mow the lawn, or so he said. And we were spending hundreds of dollars a month, 3 days a week going to the chiropractor. And we didn't really see an end in sight. He started using an oil called Deep Blue. I think some of you have had an experience before with Deep Blue. It's super great on pain, on muscle aches and soreness. And he also started using the same product that I was using, Lifelong Vitality. And it was about probably a month and a half after he was using it, I went to him one day and I said, Patrick, I haven't heard you complain very much lately about your back. When was the last time your back hurt? And he looked at me and he said, you know what, Elise, I don't even remember the last time my back hurt. Now Patrick skis, he's super active, he can pick up our children. It's wonderful, it's changed his lifestyle, and it's completely changed our family. So my intention today is to teach you 3 cool things about oils. And if you leave this class knowing those 3 cool things, I've done my job. And to give you hope that essential oils and natural products can change your life and your family's life also. The first cool thing about essential oils is that they're 100% natural and safe. There's nothing added to the oil. There's nothing taken away from the oil. They're simply pure essential oils without any side effects and no addictions. Essential oils are extracts from plants with amazing health benefits. You can give them to babies and children, adults, and the elderly. You know, a pure essential oil is 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And 1 drop of peppermint dōTERRA essential oils is equivalent to drinking about 28 cups of peppermint tea. So that's really potent. And I'm going to give you an experience right now about one of the most popular essential oils called peppermint. Who here has never used dōTERRA peppermint before? Yeah? Okay, come on up. You can come on up too. Okay, come right on up here. Go ahead, come stand right over here. Here we go. Now, don't be afraid. I'm going to do this with you. All I want you to do is just stick your hand out, just like this, okay? And I'm going to put, doesn't matter which hand, I'm going to put 1 drop of peppermint in your hand, okay? So I'm going to do it to me also. Put 1 drop right here. Now I want you to take your finger and just dip it in that oil right there, and go ahead and stick that in your eye. Just kidding. Actually, this did happen in a class where someone like just put it right in their eye. Don't do this. This will hurt. But any time that you get essential oils in a sensitive area of your body, all you have to do is just put carrier oil over that. Now, we like to use fractionated coconut oil, but you can use anything. You can use olive oil, canola oil. But the reason why we use fractionated coconut oil is because it doesn't have, it's actually really great for your skin. It doesn't have that like slimy, oily residue. So here we go. Take your finger, and I want you to put it on the top of the roof of your mouth, just like that. Now take your hands and rub them together just like this, okay? Cup your hands, and I want you to try and breathe it in for 30 seconds. Now be careful not to touch your eyes because it might burn. Breathe it in. How does that feel? What do you think?
Opening up the senses.
Yeah, it kind of wakens you up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Whew, my lungs are like super open right now.
Yeah, that is just 1 drop
Cleared out the nose.
of essential oils. Yeah? And that was equivalent to you drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea.
Wow.
That's powerful, isn't it? Now don't worry, I'm gonna let everyone else have an experience. I'm gonna put, you guys can go ahead and sit down. Here we go. So go ahead and do the same thing. Rub your hands together, okay? And then cup your hands and breathe that oil in. Woo! What do you think? Isn't that amazing? That, my friends, is a pure essential oil. What I love about these oils is that they're CPTG, standard, which means they're certified pure therapeutic grade. This means that they're completely pure and potent. Pure meaning there's no foreign contaminants or fillers, and potent meaning that every plant is grown in the place in the world where it grows best to give it the ideal chemistry. And when a plant has its ideal chemistry and we extract the oil from that plant, well, it does for our bodies exactly what we want it to do. So that is the first cool thing about dōTERRA essential oils. They're 100% natural and safe. So who here can tell me the first thing about dōTERRA essential oils? Anyone remember? Yeah, go ahead.
They're natural.
They are natural. Now, I actually have something for you. I have a little gift for you. This is a little sample vial of dōTERRA peppermint oil.
Awesome.
Yeah, and just like you experienced, it's invigorating, it opens up the lungs. It's actually great on fevers. It's a natural coolant for your body and super for headaches. You can just rub it wherever your head is hurting. So I think you'll like that.
Thank you.
So the second cool thing about essential oils is they're actually more effective than a lot of modern approaches we use for health ailments. Now, before we go on, is there anyone here that is in the medical profession right now? Is there anyone here? Oh, you are? Okay. So we didn't have the years of schooling that you went to. So I'm going to actually, this next section might seem pretty elementary to you, but I'm going to simplify it so that everyone else can understand. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Great. All right. So let's go back to Biology 101 and imagine that this is a cell in your body. And around that cell is an oily membrane. That membrane holds everything inside the cell that's supposed to stay in and keeps everything outside of the cell that's supposed to stay out. Now, the two things that are really harmful for cells are bacteria and viruses. Bacteria usually form on the outside of the cell. Viruses duplicate the DNA on the inside of the cell. So if you're going to your doctor and you have a bacterial infection, a lot of times he will offer you an antibiotic, right? Now, that antibiotic you'll be on for 7 to 10 days, and most of the time it can get rid of the bacterial infection, although it creates problems and wreaks havoc on your gut and also on your hormones and your immune system. So, but if you have a viral infection and you go to the doctor, what does he say? Well,
Go home and wait it
that's
out.
right. He usually says, there's really, drink a lot of water, rest, go home and wait it out. And the reason why is because most of the medications that they're using are synthetic-based water medications. And we know that water and oil don't mix. So if you have a water medication, it has a really hard time penetrating that oily cell membrane. But essential oils are very different. Essential oils are oil-based, and they have a very easy time penetrating the oily membrane and stopping the duplication of viruses. So many times, essential oils are more effective than a lot of the medications that we use right now, because they're very effective on bacteria and they're also effective on stopping the duplication of viruses. And that's the second cool thing about essential oils. So who here knows the second cool thing about essential oils? Yeah, okay, you're first. He was quicker. What is it?
They're super effective.
They are super effective. They're many times more effective than what we're using right now. So I'm going to actually give you a little sample of On Guard, okay? On Guard is incredible on your immune system. It's great for soothing sore throats, and it's a super great hand sanitizer and a home sanitizer. So I think you'll like that. All right, now, the third cool thing about dōTERRA essential oils is that they're way, way more affordable than traditional medical care. So I know that some of you are thinking, what? Let me explain. Who here, well, how much money do you actually pay to go in to see a doctor for a copay? How much does that cost you? Yeah.
Mine's like $20.
Okay, $20. Does anyone pay cheaper than $20 for a copay? Yes.
10.
Okay, $10. Does anybody have, oh, you do? What?
Cheaper than 20, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm $0.
Okay, so you actually have no payment for a copay. Okay, we're actually going to take $0. Okay, we're going to take $0. And what if they were offering you an antibiotic, a medication, right? And maybe the generic form. How much would you pay for that medication?
Probably $8, maybe 10.
Okay, $8 to $10. What about you?
Mine's like 5 flat for everything.
Okay, $5. And I have a feeling.
0.
Yeah, so, all right, so let's actually take 0 and 0. Wouldn't we all agree that that would be the cheapest that we could actually go into the doctor and get medications, right? Well, when my children have, let's say, an ear infection, I take 2 drops of tea tree oil and 2 drops of lavender, and I put it just around their ear, and I send them to bed. 12 hours later, not 7 to 10 days with traditional antibiotics, right? 12 hours later, their infections are gone. That cost me, my friends, 64 cents. So whether it costs you $20 or whether it's 0 and you live in a country possibly that has free medical care, 64 cents is cheaper than the gas that you will pay in your car to get to the doctor. And we're not even including the half day you might have had to take off of work, or if it happens to be in the middle of the night and the Instacare that you go to. And many times, because of the antibiotics you're on, you need to take and buy a probiotic for a couple of weeks just to take care of the damage. Essential oils are very affordable. In fact, when I have people that will come up to me and say, I would love to use essential oils, but I don't know if I could afford them, I usually look at them and say, if that's where you are right now in your life, you can't not afford using natural medication and essential oils, because they will save you hundreds of dollars just this year in healthcare. That is the third cool thing about essential oils. They are very, very affordable. Okay, you know what's coming. Who knows the third cool thing about essential oils? I think you were first.
They're affordable?
They are affordable. They are affordable. Let's see what I have in here for you. Okay, I'm actually going to give you a little bottle of lavender. Lavender is really soothing. Not only is it soothing for your emotions, like when you have stress and anxiety, but it's great for your skin, bug bites, bee stings, sunburns. I think you're really going to like it. Thank you. All right, so This is a little bit harder question. So let me see how well you've been paying attention. Who here can remember all 3 cool things about essential oils? Do you remember? All of you, let's see. I'm gonna go with you.
They're 100% natural.
Yep, they're natural.
They are more effective.
They are more effective.
And oh my gosh, they're affordable.
They are affordable. Good job. Super. All right. So I also have something for you right here. So I'm going to give you a little sample vial of tea tree oil. So it's fantastic. I already told you about ear infections, right? But also tea tree oil is great for acne. It's great for psoriasis, eczema, athlete's foot, anything related to the skin.
Okay.
So enjoy that.
Thank you.
Now that we know the 3 cool things about essential oils, let's talk about how we use essential oils. So the first way that we use essential oils is aromatically. So I want everyone to take your fingers and place them right here above the bridge of your nose right here. Right under your fingers is what's called the olfactory nerve, okay? And that olfactory nerve sends signals to your limbic system in the brain. You can put your fingers down, you look a little silly. So when you breathe in things, that olfactory nerve sends signals to the limbic system of your brain, which in turn sends signals to the rest of your body. Now, a lot of people think it's a little hokey to think that you can breathe in essential oils and it can affect your ailments. But let me give you an example. So let's say you're going to the dentist, and if he has to sedate you, he doesn't give you a shot or a pill. Many times he'll offer you laughing gas, and he'll ask you to breathe in that gas. And when those synthetic compounds hit that olfactory nerve, the olfactory nerve sends signals to the limbic system and then tells the rest of your body to relax, and even you become euphoric, right? Now, the exact same thing happens with essential oils. When we breathe in natural compounds, it hits the olfactory nerve. That olfactory nerve sends signals to the limbic system and immediately sends signals to the rest of your body. It can happen in less than 30 seconds. This is the fastest way to access the brain. So that is the first way that we use essential oils aromatically. Now, there's many ways that we can use them aromatically. For instance, we can just breathe them in like we did earlier with peppermint oil. We can put them in a diffuser and we can smell them all day long. Or you can simply just take an oil and take the lid off right here and just breathe it in. So I'm going to give you an experience right now with wild orange. Everyone put their hand out, okay? This is one of my favorite oils and you'll figure out why. Go ahead and rub your hands together and cup your hands and try to breathe that in for 30 seconds. What do you think?
It smells super yummy.
Isn't that yummy? It's amazing. Not only does it smell good, but wild orange has natural compounds that help with stress, anxiety, and depression. So I take wild orange wherever I go. It's awesome. So who knows the first way that we use essential oils? Anyone? Okay, go ahead. Aromatically, that's right. Okay, you know you're going to get something here, right? And this is a little sample vial of wild orange, okay? Now, just like you experienced, it's invigorating, it's uplifting, and it's great for your mood. Yeah, yes it is. You're already smiling. Okay, the second way that we use essential oils is topically. We can it works just as well. It just slows down the rate of absorption so you don't have that tingling sensation. Another place that I love topically to put oils on are on the bottoms of your feet. It's perfect for babies. The bottom of your feet is not sensitive and it absorbs into the system very quickly. So it's a really fast way to get into your system. So can anyone here think of some specific ailments that you would want to use the topical application of essential oils, where that would work the best? Yeah.
Like a bug bite, a mosquito.
Okay, great, like a bite. And you could put it just right on that bite, like purify or peppermint or even lavender. Super, great. Anyone else? Can you think? Yes?
Sunburns.
A sunburn, okay. And how do you think you'd apply it?
Topically.
Yeah, you topically, and you just put it right where you got burned, right? And in fact, if it was all over your body, you could actually put it in some coconut oil and it could go a lot further. Yeah, super. Okay, yeah, you had your hand up.
Yeah, arthritis.
Arthritis. Okay, so, and how do you think you'd apply arthritis, or for arthritic pain?
I don't know, maybe just like right under joints?
Yeah, so maybe if your knuckles or your joints, you just rub it right on, just topically. Super, all right. Who knows the second way that we use oils? Anyone? Okay, I'm gonna go with you.
Topically.
Great, that's right, topically. Now, I have something for you, and it's super for the topical application of essential oils. This is an oil, it's a blend actually called Deep Blue. Remember I talked a little bit about this. My husband used this for his back. It's great for back pain. It's also great for soothing muscles and tension. I think you're gonna really like it.
Oh, it smells really nice.
It does smell good. Yeah, it smells really, really good. Okay, now the third way that we use essential oils is internally. Essential oils, dōTERRA essential oils, are not only safe to use internally, they are recommended. The CPTG standard makes it safe to ingest, unlike a lot of other brands. So the way that we use essential oils internally is you can actually take an essential oil and you can just put it in your mouth. Or you can also put it in water and drink it. If they don't taste really good, you can actually get little veggie caps and make your own little like natural remedy concoction. So let's think of some ailments that you would use for the internal application of essential oils. What ailments would you use first for that? Yeah.
Would you say sore throats?
Okay, great. That's perfect. So you could use sore throats. You can actually put it in your mouth or just put it in water and gargle it. That's perfect. Can you think of another ailment that you would use for the internal application? Yes?
What about nausea?
Perfect. So any kind of upset stomach, nausea, anything like that, you can actually just, once again, drop it in water and you can drink it. And actually, Digestin we use for that, and it works so quickly. Like within 3 to 5 minutes, you can get relief. Super, super quick. Can anyone else think of, yes?
Could you use it for something like hypoglycemia?
You could. Absolutely. In fact, there's an oil called Slim and Sassy that's really, really great to help, stabilize blood sugar levels. Yeah, super. All right. So, who knows the third way that we use essential oils? Okay, right here.
Internally.
Internally, that's right. So, I'm going to give you a little sample vial of lemon, okay? And lemon is super great on detoxing. So, how many of you love like lemon in your water, right? It tastes so good. You actually just take lemon and you put it right in your water and you drink it, and it's fabulous for detoxing your whole body. And it tastes really, really great. Okay, so can anyone remember what ailments that you can think of that you would use all 3 applications of essential oils? Aromatic, internally, and topically. Can you think of, oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, if you have a really bad cold or flu.
Absolutely. So with a cold or flu, you're going to be breathing it in with a diffuser. You can rub it on your chest, right? And you can take it internally. In fact, dōTERRA has a product called On Guard Soft Gels that are specifically for that. Yeah, super. Yeah, and you had your hand up.
Allergies?
Yeah, allergies is a perfect example. So once again, you can breathe it in either with your hands or a diffuser. You can rub it on your chest, right? And you can take it internally. And actually, dōTERRA has a product called Tri-Ease that's specifically formulated for allergies. So that's a great example. So who here knows all 3 ways that we use essential oils? Can you think of something? Can you think of all 3? Anybody? Okay, go ahead.
Aromatically.
Aromatically.
Topically.
Topically.
And internally.
Internally, good job. Okay. And you're going to get something else. Here we go. This is an oil. This is a sample called Breathe. Okay. Breathe does exactly what its name. It helps you breathe day and night. It opens up your airways, and it's really great for your lungs and your sinuses. Okay? All right, now, this is the funnest part of the class. you're going to get an opportunity to come up to the front and share a great experience that you've had with essential oils. And I'm going to give you a little vial, a little essential oil vial to take home. But there's 2 rules. Number 1, it has to be less than 60 seconds. Okay, so short. And number 2, try to share an experience, a different health ailment than somebody else has shared. So they're different. Is that okay? All right, who wants to start? Who'd like to come up and start for us? All right, come on up.
One of the essential oils that we love to use is Breathe. My experience is with my small little one. He's always had breathing problems from the time he was really little, and he was always on that baby on the nebulizer. And as he got older, we had this $90 inhaler that he was using. And I always hated it because it made him all jittery and it made his heart pound really hard. And one day he came in, ran in, and he was just like coughing and wheezing. You guys know what it sounds like when people can't take in that breath? Oh, you just felt so bad for him. So I was running around looking for that inhaler, and then I remembered somebody had given me this essential oil called Breathe, and I said, oh, this is my chance to try it. I grabbed that Breathe, I rubbed it on his chest, I put it in his hands, and I had him cup it over his mouth. This little 5-year-old, within just a few seconds, about 30 seconds, he was taking full breaths. And that was such an exciting moment for me to realize, you know what, that really works.
All right. Okay, you were a little bit over a minute, but guess what? It was so good, I still want to give you an oil. This is an essential oil called frankincense. And frankincense is an incredible oil. In fact, it helps cells perform at optimal functions. So basically, you see it a lot in skincare, right? You can put it on your face. It's great for inflammation. I think you're really going to love it. All right, who else would like to come up and share a good experience they've had? Come on up.
So my favorite oil is actually frankincense that we were just talking about. And I used it for the first time about a couple of years ago. My wife asked me to give it a try. I have this thing where when I'm driving, I get really anxious and angry sometimes. I'll be and so I actually have the frankincense oil in my car. And every time I'm getting a little stressed, or not just driving, but in work and things like that, I smell the frankincense and I always feel calm afterwards. So.
That's super. Okay, I do have an oil for you. It's not frankincense because I already gave it out, but it is, you could take hers. It is actually something that might help you calm down a little bit. It's called Serenity. Okay. It's actually great on stress and anxiety, and many people, it's incredible to help you sleep. So, all right, who else would like to come up and share a good experience that they've had with essential oils? Yeah, come on up.
So just last week I'm super anxious and I have depression. And this last week I was given a sample of Adaptive, and they told me just to, breathe it in and then to rub it on the inside of my wrist. And within probably just a few minutes after breathing it in, I actually started to relax. And I was overseas on a trip at the time, and it was really just calming, and it relaxed me, and I really loved it. So.
Oh, that's good. Adaptive has been so powerful for so many people. This is another oil called Elevation, and it's also great for emotions. Kind of is invigorating, it's uplifting. I think you might really like it.
Sweet.
All right, anyone else who would love to come up and share? Yeah, come on up.
So I had a friend who gave me a sample of Deep Blue just a little bit ago. I went on a 100-mile bike ride, and it was my first 100-miler.
That's a long bike ride.
It felt very long. And she gave me a sample of Deep Blue, and I was able to use it after my ride, and I just put it on my quads, knowing full well that the next morning I would still be sore, and I wasn't sore at all. And that was really one thing that sold me about essential oils. Being a nurse, to apply something topically and have it work was really pretty powerful for me.
All right, I have something for you too. Deep Blue is incredible, but I don't know if you've ever heard of Kabaiba.
I haven't.
So it's also great on pain. So you can use it also whenever you have pain or achy muscles, and I think you're really going to love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I have one more oil. Does anyone else want to come up and share a good experience that they've had with essential oils? Oh, come on up.
Yeah, mine would be the On Guard. I had really bad sore throat, and so it was a friend of mine that said, hey, why don't you try this? And so I didn't know what to do with it, and he didn't really explain very well, but I went ahead and I was kind of reading through it, and I just put it a couple of drops in some water and just kind of gargled with it, and then at that point I did, you're supposed to take it internally too, so I gargled and went and swallowed, it was a nice, good feeling. It wasn't super hot, but it just felt good. And then I did that a couple of times for the next couple hours, once every hour or so, and felt great.
That's
Sore
awesome.
throat
That's
started going
great.
away.
All right, I have a little sample for you called Aroma Touch. This was actually an oil that I used on my legs for my restless leg syndrome, but it's super great for circulation. It's really great for massage. You can try it. See what you think.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
welcome.
thank you.
All right. Okay, it is so wonderful hearing your great experiences about essential oils. Now let's talk about how we can purchase essential oils. There are 3 ways that you purchase essential oils. The first way that we purchase essential oils is retail. No one here is going to purchase retail. It's the most expensive way to purchase your oils. The only time...
Chicas, con esto ya estaríamos llegando a la hora de clase. ¿Quieren continuar y ver hasta el final o cada una ya estaría viendo esto y lo dejamos como tarea?
Yo sí la estoy viendo, pero como las demás digan.
¿Nos puedes compartir la liga, Clau?
Les puedo compartir la liga, sí. La pongo entonces en el grupo. Terminan de ver. ¿Perdón? Bueno, les comparto la liga, así todas quedan como tarea ver la otra mitad que es súper interesante, que habla sobre toda la parte del negocio, ¿ok? Bueno, dejo aquí de compartir.